welcome back to Queen Tasha TV. Today I am going to be talking to the new owner of the Purple Palace, Miss Queen Deneen. Yay! Just a quick thing to say before we get started is that I am so grateful that this connection has happened. We are two purple obsessed queens, and I'm just going to be introducing you to the new owner of the Purple Palace so that you can see who is going to be taking over this street. So, Queen Deneen, first, tell me a little mini bio about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do? You know, that type of thing.
I am Empress Queen Deneen. I've been newly titled Empress in the last year. I am from Cincinnati, Ohio, born and raised. I bleed orange and black. I currently live in Nassau, Bahamas.
Hey.
And it's beautiful. I've been living there for a year, but I'm back home for the summer to visit my family, hang out with them. Had some family tragedies and things like that happen, but thank God for the Purple Palace and Queen Tasha, because I would not have made it, and that's a story for another day.
Yes. All right, so how did your purple obsession start?
It started in my mother's belly.
You're right.
My mother's favorite color is purple. Always has been, always will be. I grew up with everything purple in my house. Everything. And I always wanted to be like, it was just me and my mom, the only girls. My sister was already out. My brothers were doing brother things. And so I always wanted to just have stuff my mom had. So when I first moved out, I was pitched a couple of purple things, which I still do today. And then I have a little minor obsessive compulsive disorder, but I love purple. It reminds me of my mom, my grandma, my sister. It's the color of royalty. It's the last coat of color on the coat of many colors. It looks good on every single skin tone, from the lightest white to the darkest dark. There's over 201 shades of purple.
Hey.
And I don't know,
it brings joy.
Yeah, it's just it's joyful, it's powerful. I love it because you can be like a little girl, or you can be a grown woman, you can be a man. Oh, I love a man in purple.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love that. And my dad wears purple a lot because my mom and stuff like that. And
it's feminine and masculine color.
Yeah. And everybody who knows us, like, always say when they see stuff purple in the stores, it reminds them of us. And my mom's motorcycle club name is Purple Bandit.
Wait, motorcycle club? Was she riding her own motorcycle, or was she on the back of it?
She was on the back of my daddy's, where I was conceived. Story I tell.
Hey.
So that's my purple obsession, and I love it, and I have literally always wanted a purple home with everything purple. I've had purple cars, I've had everything in the house that kind of be purple, but I'm also married. I got to mention that. I'm also married, and so I try to like do her favorite color is burnt orange. So like our wedding colors were purple and orange. I try to put other
There's
colors
two colors
in.
that look good together.
They really do. Purple
brings
looks
Halloween
good with everything, and but she lets me have my purple obsession. If I'm in a store and something is purple, it doesn't matter.
She understands.
Yeah. And I literally tell people, you could spray paint shit purple, put it on a stick, and give it to me, and I will love it because it's purple.
Yeah.
Even if it's shit. Literal shit. I literally tell people that.
Right.
So that, I mean, I don't know, I can go on about purple if you want me to.
We both can. And I'm just so glad that I share that there is a mini club of people who share the same obsession with me, because when I painted this purple, like, I had no intentions of like I did this for me because I was like, I just want to have my favorite color, like, be on everything that I surround it and live.
But
in
people
purple.
get weirded out.
I know.
And I don't understand.
And then like, and it's crazy because like, when purple became my favorite color, it came off of hot pink. So I went from red to hot pink, and then went into purple, and that was the color of like my awakening. It's the color of the third eye.
Yeah.
And the sixth chakra, which is your, you know, the all-knowing. And so like that was the color that came to me, and I just like became so magnetized to it. And then like when I would go out, anything that I noticed purple, I want that. That's like, that's how my started. Where I was just like, I want to have everything that's purple. So when I would go shopping, I'm like, that's purple, that's purple, that's purple. Gotta have it. Because you spot it, and you're just like, okay.
Because when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, it was like spare.
Yeah.
Like you
it's
could,
pink and blue.
Yeah, you could very rarely find something in purple, and if it wasn't purple, there was only one. So my deal I made with my mom was, if there's something purple and there's only one, I'll buy it and I'll give it to you. What my mama does is bad and put it in her closet. So like that's like something that we do. So even kind of ruminating and thinking about it, it's really my mom.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. And my sister tried, like she's tried teal and burnt orange and red and all kinds of other colors. It didn't work out. She kept trying to like go against the grain. She had lime green for a while. Purple is always it. So we bought the house, like we did like blue accessories, and then all the walls were purple. Everything was purple, like. But I never got to do the outside of the house purple. So this, okay, we can go on.
Yeah, no, this was my dream. Coming out of renting, being a serial renter, and not putting any paint, not having anything. Like the first RV was called the Colorful Castle, because I was just like, put all color that light everywhere.
Exactly.
And then it came to me. It was funny when I bought the first RV. I had two names for the RV: the Colorful Castle and the Purple Palace. I went with the Colorful Castle because I already had blue, green, and purple stuff. So I wanted to reuse all that stuff.
Okay.
So that's what the theme became. So the ceiling was blue, the cabinets were green, and the walls were purple. But when the Purple Palace name didn't get used, I was like, that's the next RV.
Yeah, and I
was like, it's gonna be purple inside, purple outside. It's done.
Yeah.
And that's.
And by the time this is done, it's gonna be purple. More purple than it's ever been in its entire life.
I love it.
With a splash of, what is it, seafoam green or teal or whatever that color is of that nostalgia.
I love it.
Just a little bit.
Hey. All right, well, tell me why you wanted to buy the Purple Palace. Like, just from watching my videos and things like that, like, this was my baby. And I did not want to sell it. And when you saw that it was for sale, what made you want to buy it and then was like, hey, I gotta have it?
Well, like I said, I didn't say that yet, but I grew up camping. We grew up had a Winnebago, and we camped all the time. We had tents, we had porta potty, we had everything, and a Winnebago. So my little brother and I would camp in the RV on the weekends by ourselves in the front yard. So we were on driveways, like one of the 36 footers or whatever. So I've grown up with that living, and we're pretty country. So we also just grow up with like that. Like, all right, we got candles, we don't have to have electricity. I don't know, we just like to know we don't have to be on the grid.
Yeah.
I guess. So there's that. When you buy a house, there's HOAs. You can't have a purple house. You can't have a this purple. You just can't do anything like that you want. So we bought a house right before the pandemic. And we were gonna, do like, it was like a deep purpley blue because that was approved by the HOA. Anyway. Well, the pandemic happened. 4 years later, house is sold. And I said, I'm getting an RV. I've been wanting to do van life, RV life all over again. And when we lived in New Zealand, we were going to really start that. We were going to do car camping because they do a lot of it there. They have all the holiday parks. COVID happened, shut down the whole country, so we just had all of our gear and nowhere to go and nothing to do. And then we said, okay, we're moving to the Bahamas. We're going to definitely, like, camper, RV, van life, something in the Bahamas to be at the beach. No. The Bahamas do not accept recreational vehicles.
It's too tiny.
And there's potholes. I don't even know, they call sinkholes, really. Anyway, so we have like our BMW SUV there, so I still have all my car camping stuff, so I still like put my curtains up and take my little like water jug and my little whatevers when we go to the beach. So, at any rate, pandemic happened, I started watching more YouTube, more people moving into their cars, moving in their vans, and I was like, I would love to do this, but it would have to be purple. Like, what would be the purpose for me to even start this life if I can't do the whole passion? I can't express enough how, I mean, I want every single thing to be purple, even though some of it is not. But like every single thing that I've ever wanted to be purple. Like I said, I've had a purple car. I've had the whole interior purple. I have purple leather car seat thing. Everything. I got it. Okay, I'm on 100 when it comes to purple. So started watching YouTube. Well, I wanted to watch black nomads because all of the ones I was finding, and I'm married. So it's different than watching single people do van life, because you can do whatever you want to do. When you're married or your spouse works full time, like you can't. So anyway, I just went on YouTube and I put in black nomads, and this purple RV came up. And I said, that's it, that's all, subscribe. I didn't even know what subscribe meant, comment or like or whatever. I was like, ha!
What is she doing in there?
Yes, because I was so excited, because I was like, somebody is doing what I've always wanted to do. And of course my naysay came in. Everybody's going to make fun of you. Everybody's going to make fun of your purple obsession again. People are going to laugh at you when you're driving down the street. People are going to tell you they love it when they don't really mean it. People are going to tell you they want to stay in it when they don't really mean it, because like, people are people pleasers. And I was like, but if she is doing this, I'm just doing this. And so we started out with the car camping. It was blue and red because I love Pepsi. And I was trying so hard not to go with a purple camping theme. I was like, let me just let me try, right? And I love Pepsi, but what are Pepsi's colors? Blue and red. What color did blue and red make?
Purple.
Okay. So two obsessions, purple and Pepsi, and they match each other. So I went with.
I didn't even think about that.
Right. I went with the Pepsi theme for the camping. So, and like for my mother-in-law gives me all this vintage Pepsi stuff. So with that.
Right.
So then with the RV, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get two RVs, because one of them is gonna be Pepsi and one of them is gonna be purple. Because I saw some guy did his whole tiny house in Budweiser cans.
Oh wow.
And then Budweiser sponsored him, and he gets Budweiser free for the rest of his life. So I was
it
like,
only makes sense.
I drink a lot of Pepsi.
Right.
So I started building up my cans. I had no idea what I was doing, but anyway, you made me to like be like, yep, I can do this, and who gives up? Who can, like, whatever. So then I'm in the Bahamas. We're in the process of selling our house, you know, so I'm not coming back to Cincinnati. I'm not doing it anymore. We're in the Bahamas. I'm never leaving, blah, blah, blah. But our parents are older. We do have to come back. We sold our house. We don't want to have to stay in hotels. You know, we'll be in semi-retirement mode. Let's try this RV thing. Like I said, just on our house, I had if I actually showed you my notebook with all of my, I must have these things in my RV, it had to be like an 80s model. To be honest, it needed to be 79, my year of birth. I couldn't find that. And it was a Ford. And I know I can fix that with a hanger.
Right.
Everything worked in it. And I was like, it will be able to be as is, perfectly fine, which is how I've been living in it, and the upgrade, because she's got 54,000 miles. I plan on having her about living almost 30 years. And like literally we just call it the Purple Palace. But it's not even, we don't say RV house. Yeah, my wife and I were like, are you in the Purple Palace? Yes, where else would I be? Like, people literally are asking me here, like, are you staying at your parents' house? I'm like, in the driveway. They're like, in the driveway? I'm like, yes, in my RV. Right. It is functional. It has water. It has a toilet. It has all those things. I just don't use any of them.
Right.
Or whatever. But anyways, did I answer the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Why did you want to buy the purple ballot?
Did I answer that? That's why.
Because it's purple. Because
Look.
it's purple. And it's fabulous.
Yes. It was really like, I can do this, you know,
Yeah.
because I am older and stuff like that. So it was just like,
It
I
broke
wish
the
you-
stereotype down of like,
broke it all down. I'm like,
What
okay,
did you
A,
do?
black people are doing this. B, black women are doing this. And 3, doing it in
black woman
purple.
in a purple ballot. In a purple ballot.
Okay.
And I love that the purple color has kind of taken off. Because it's funny, when I was growing up, Tasha
Mm-hmm.
was a very uncommon name. Now,
Everybody everywhere, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same way about the purple ballots. When I painted this purple, I didn't even know the purple. Before I bought this though, there was a purple RV. It was a Class A, short. It was like, I think it was 26 feet. It was a short Class A. It was already purple. It was owned by a man. He had a whole gaming and stereo setup. It was nice. It was nice. It was out of my price range at the time, but it was really nice. That was the only other purple RV that I had seen when I was looking. And it doesn't, obviously, it doesn't come this way.
Yes, it did.
Because people are always like, did you paint that? I'm like, it doesn't come this way.
That's why I'm concerned it come in this color. Oh my God.
But yeah, it was very rare. And now, I don't want to take credit for inspiring people. But I met so many other purple RV or bus owners, or they were like, "Oh, you can just paint it purple," and I'm like, "Yes."
I want to say you can take a bit of credit because,
Right.
like, my dad is retired auto bodyist, and he came out here like, "She painted this? Oh, this is house paint." I mean, like, you can see the little things where we were trying out different things, but he was like, "Yeah, I don't know." My brother was looking up, can I mix house paint with this paint, and I mean, like. The fact that there's one thing I forgot to mention else about the Purple Palace. Everybody on YouTube, all the channels always say, just do it. Stop trying to find the perfect RV with the perfect this and the right amount of this and the only this price range. What you guys don't know is I bought this RV sight unseen. Because I watched her on YouTube for like 3 years, so I know exactly what this RV is and is not doing, period. But it only has 54,000 miles on it because she drove it up here for me. Again, another story for another day. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. It was like dive in. I had the money, thank God. I had the time that I was gonna have off because I was coming home in the summer, I think, for my birthday. And
the desire.
Yes, I really did. And I was like,
Really
we're going to do it because we're going to be retiring soon. We leave the Bahamas now in 2 years. I want to have something that's a home on wheels. Her family lives in Oklahoma. Mine lives here in Ohio. We used to live in Maryland, so we go back there a lot. And again, I mean, these old school cars, you got to just put a screwdriver in sometimes or whatever, and it will still
knock it,
run. I got a BMW at home, and that mug said "pull over, don't drive no more." The electric is out, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is
yeah,
can't wait
and
to
that's
get
the
it
reason
started.
why I wanted an older RV, because I didn't want computers. I wanted it to be something that any truck mechanic from whenever age. There's thousands of old Ford mechanics because of that era of Ford ran the show. Everybody knows how to fix a Ford truck.
Fix or repair daily.
My mom used to say, "Found on the roadside dead." Because she didn't like Fords. But I'm like, Ford, as far as American cars, it's like one of the first. It's one of the most reliable. They used to make it here before they started
we
shipping
used to be
everything.
a Ford only family, and then they became Chevy. So that was my only thing with buying this. I was like, my family's going to kill me. But it's working out because it's purple, and I have tried to park it everywhere else, but my mother refuses to let me take it out of the driveway. I wonder why.
Purple. Love it. All right, so I brought this up here in July. on your request. And
Thank
I'm
you.
so grateful because I was so ready to leave Florida. It was
Woohoo!
way too hot. And that was my plan because I was just like, I need to buy my next RV before I leave. And I'm just going to stay here in Florida. And I was like, no.
Right. And I was able to go, like, look at an RV for you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that
When
was
you got my
pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really nice. So I drove it up here because you wanted to be able to stay in it while you're here for the summer. So how has it been living in it so far? You've been in it for
Girl.
2+ months?
Has it been?
July, August, September. No, wait.
Oh my God.
Well,
Hold on.
it would be 2.5. It would be 3 months. 3 months. It would be about 3 months. Almost 3 months.
Oh my God. Okay, so I move every 2 years to a different country. So I'm used to moving. Prior to my wife's job of traveling, I would personally, before I when I was single, I'd move about every 3 years anyway. My jobs, whatever. I just like to be around. I was born and raised in Cincinnati. I've only lived in 3 houses my whole life. Went to school with the same people from kindergarten till I graduated high school. Like, you know, so my mom has always taught us to travel, get out, do things, whatever. What was the question?
How has it been living in the RV so far?
Autumn, my wife was here for the first week or so.
Yeah, a week or some.
So I'll just share. Unfortunately, one of my nieces passed away unexpectedly, but I have to say, like, I keep always saying how God puts it together, because we had already planned that I was going to be in the States that time period anyway. We were going to do some change, fix up, whatever. There was no, I didn't want to have to stay in a hotel. We stayed in a hotel for like the first 2 weeks with all my nieces and nephews, you know, because my niece was murdered in her home. So we weren't staying there. And then, you know, my wife was with me and everything. So it was just like, okay. I was like, let's get this up here. I know we're planning on Airbnb in it, but I gotta live in it right now. Like, I really need it. Yes, I could stay with my parents, but then all the grandkids ended up staying there. Yes, I could go stay at my cousins, my aunts. I could stay anywhere. And I could literally just stay in a hotel if I want to. And that was like, I'm really diving in. So, I came from the Bahamas. So I'm pretty sure I brought a few behemoths with me. She drove up from Florida, and I'm pretty sure there's a few lizards that happened.
And Florida bugs. Southern bugs. Let's say southern bugs.
Call them southern bugs.
Because them southern bugs,
the way they
they don't come in the Northeast because it's not hot enough.
But they here now. They here now.
They want to stay.
Like, yeah, it was the heat of summer, so we did like fumigations, and of course, you know, we're moving and traveling. You like your RV got brought to you, you moved out of yours. Autumn and I stayed in there. What I really loved is my wife is former military, so she's gung ho, can sleep on the ground in a dirt ditch or whatever. She was gung ho.
Yeah.
She wanted to plug in the water, turn on the electric, use the facilities, everything. She was gung ho, ready to go. So that made me feel already like, all right, I got this.
Yeah.
I love to be in my bed and watch TV and eat. So I do everything in my bedroom. So the first thing I did was make it somewhat my own world. My wife and I could both sleep. And then I started to realize 2 people in this RV is a lot. So
this is why I needed to upgrade, because I want to have 2 people.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. If you're doing it full time.
Yes.
If you're gonna do it part time, it's definitely doable with.
I don't know how couples do it in a van.
Me neither.
No.
Me neither.
How they do
this
it.
This is the smallest as I can go.
And it has 3 different places to sleep. So I'm like, anything, you know, you do your tent outside and go outside or whatever. My wife likes to be up and busy and doing things. So that's fine for her. I can be in that back bedroom. So needless to say, I generally need about 12 weeks to settle into a new place. And we usually don't get our belongings until about 12 weeks till we move to the new place. So I live kind of hodgepodgey, mismatched, and I'm pretty an organized person, which you haven't got to see yet because I've been living in chaos. So, you know, I drained the water. We took the old throne out, and Tasha says I have been dry camping for 3 months.
Yes.
But I'm still in the RV, so I call it glamping, and I don't care.
I mean, you haven't even been dry camping. I would say you would be camping because dry camping
use the electricity.
Well, yeah, you've been losing electricity, so yes, you have been. Well, dry camping is no electricity.
Okay.
What you've been doing is mooch camping.
Mooching off the electricity.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just get 15 amps of electricity, which is just your standard plug.
Yeah.
Even though you've been able to run anything. Yeah, you've been mooching, but you haven't used the water.
No.
And you haven't really had to do with the plumbing or the propane. You haven't really cooked soup.
I cooked one meal.
Okay.
And then I heat water up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's how that goes. So the stove works. Everything in that bitch works.
Yeah.
Oop.
Everything works.
No.
I cuss all the time.
Okay. Well, everything
and
in
that's
there
why
works.
I don't make no money, because they be
I'm like, everything in it works. I'm just not using it because when we bought it, she already told me what needed to be fixed. I bought the stuff for it, but again, had some family emergencies. Just haven't gotten around to it. And then I was like, I'm gonna have it professionally done. And then I brought it in the driveway, and my brothers were like, we'll do it. My brother is a master electrician, and my little brother is a master everything. So I'm gonna just.
But as far as living in it,
it's been easy. Like
the transition of jumping in, and then now you've been in it for almost 3 months. Like,
okay, all I need is Wi-Fi and a screen.
And a comfortable
And
place to sit.
Yes.
And a place
Pepsi
to have your Pepsi.
and Jack Daniel's honey.
Yeah.
And that's all I need, really. I could be in a little tent if I had that. I really,
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember you were saying that, but before I brought this up there, you were like, either I was going to pitch a tent in my parents' backyard.
okay,
because you didn't want to stay in a hotel.
And I need to have my own
But you want to have your own
space.
space.
And that is my
And that was the
biggest
main
thing.
reason why
Yeah.
you wanted to have it here, because we were going to have it in Florida.
Right, and I like to be outside. So the idea that you're staying in a hotel, like, and I want to go outside like all the time. I just like to smell the fresh air. Then you know what I mean. Then I have to leave the hotel room, go down the hallway, push the button, go down the elevator, cross all these people that I don't want to see, just so I can go out.
Last question. So, what are your plans for the Purple Palace? Because I know when I put the shout out that, you know, I wanted to continue the dream of the Airbnb thing, you know, just because I feel like people should all be able to experience the Purple Palace. It has great energy, the color of it, the love that went into creating this, the love and experience and memories that have come from it, from me. All the staging I've done in there, it's got some great energy, and I'm pretty sure the aliens have spotted it, so they might have done
I
that.
am also saved, and I have put a signal at the top to let them know they are welcome.
But what are your plans for the RV?
Okay, so our plan was definitely to Airbnb. Obviously, I had a shift in my life after my niece passed. My sister had a stroke and has been in the not ICU, isolation unit at a rehabilitation center since the funeral. So I was like, I'm not leaving Ohio. I need to keep living in it. So we weren't able to Airbnb it then. And then I realized that I wanted to do a little bit more touch up to it as well. The electric mostly, because again, I need to watch TV. And I was thinking about the guests, and then I'm like, I'm still living in it. I don't know what's gonna happen with my sister, so like we were gonna do it at the beginning with like cosmetic touch-ups and whatnot. So anyway, the plan is still to put it on the market because I do live overseas. I'm hardly ever here. So now that it's October and winter has showed up, I'm gonna work on it a little bit during the winter, and then come spring, where we're hoping. It depends on where Tasha's gonna be. But we do have plans. Like I want to take it some places. I do. And then I want to put the advertisement on the back. My real thought process and what I've mostly begun getting interest in the 3 months that I've had it is mommies and daughters. And when I mentioned to them, like, that I want to rent it out, I've seen this idea. I'm like, like your tea party birthday or your whatever Build-A-Bear birthday or whatever, or mommy and daughter day. Y'all love purple.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Something like that.
Day.
So the plan is to keep it in all the warm spots. It's got plenty of mileage left on it to go anywhere, not too far in the mountains, as long as it's not snowing. We lived in Maryland, so we would love to take it there. But
that's where it was born. I mean, not born, but that's where I got it.
Yeah,
so
and
that's our connection.
But you do have to go through the mountains. So, but I feel like once she's, she got a new tune-up thingy and
some new shoes on the back before I came.
She's gonna have all kinds of new.
And she's gonna be all purple decked out. And tell us about the purple decked out inside.
Okay, so the theme for the upper cab is gonna be Pepsi. So I love to collect it. I have lots of it. So again, remember how I was talking about the red and blue makes purple, so it'll be Pepsi themed up there. Nice little bedroom nookie area. I like really small spaces, and I have 25 nieces and nephews and more on the way, so they love that as a little thing. So that's gonna be that thing. On the driver and passenger seat, I saw on YouTube how I can turn them to the side and make them into a cot for an extra bed if I needed to. But I was thinking about just doing it as a cot for sometimes it's too hot back in the back, but you got windows right here or whatever. Or if you just want to I don't know, sometimes I just want to watch the stars, the thunder. I just like a little something up there. But I want that to be so each section is going to be different according to my taste, because I've never been able to have it before.
I know, it's the best time when you to spill all of your color passions.
It really is. So we move back from the cab and have a little coffee table kind of set up with a little chair, so when I want to sit somewhere else. I'm keeping the dinette, mostly because I love retro shit and I want to feel like I'm in a diner. And then, so that area, I've always wanted a 1960s, 70s vibe, but also traditional, the stuff I grew up with, the 80s vibe too. So it's kind of a mesh, which that is, which is why I wanted it. It was that one door with the screen, sold it. And so that area is still going to be very traditional, retro-y, but mostly traditional. Yeah. The bathroom, I'm going to do something subway tiles. So it's going to be white.
Brighten it up.
Yeah, just to brighten up because it's such a small space. Toilet in there, so it'll just have a little room. I am only 4'8", so I'm the size of what used to be a 12-year-old, now an 8-year-old. So just kind of
now a 12-year-old. Your niece is bigger than you.
She's bigger than all of them. So and I'm 44. But anyway, so if I think the bathroom space is too small to shit in, I don't know how you did it.
I only did that in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I showered in there at the beginning, but
I'll totally be able to shower in there. That won't be an issue because it's got a sit down part, and I love to take a shit down.
A shit down.
I love it.
You gotta shit down.
If you don't shit down, you can't shit up. You know what I'm saying? That's what Cardi B said. It goes up, up, and up. So just cut that part out and put it in the blue.
You gotta shit down or shit up.
And because I'm short, I can't reach the top cabinet, so I put all of my bath products and stuff up in there, thinking I'll just use the step stool. No, so it's all down on the shelf. So because I am short, I want it lower. But anything I do, I always think about resale value. Don't plan on selling it ever. And I'm till this thing falls apart.
Right.
But
or you just cut one part off and
then
sit it in the driveway and then take the chassis and do a whole new thing.
Well, because
or cut the whole back off and keep the chassis and start from scratch.
And I told my wife, I said, no. I said, we're going to put it up in the driveway.
That was one of my things that I thought I was going to do too. Was just cut the whole back off and keep the chassis and build a whole new box.
Build it out from there. Exactly. I'm there's so many options, and that's why I said, that's why I bought it. because of the mileage.
And it has so much love and
It's
energy.
so-
Like the last owners, I'm still friends with them. That's why I wanted to be friends with you. Because they are super cool.
We cousins.
They were super cool. I've been to their house.
Yeah.
They retired and moved to Florida. And then I went to I was already in Florida.
It's like,
And they got to see it transformed, and I'll get to see it transform. It's just continuing the legacy.
Yeah,
so
and
so cool.
I like, so that'll be the kitchen. Bathroom will be like the subway tiles are black and white, and of course the shower curtain will be purple, and all the accessory will be purple because it's small.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna change it with anything right now. I don't like
right.
And then the bedroom is gonna be a boudoir. So I want it to be deep, dark purples, rich golds, rich silver. It's gotta be like not the like chromey. It's gotta be
the pewter,
something like that. It's gotta go. Otherwise, it's gotta go.
Yeah.
Gold. So purple, gold, black and white. I brought like a black and white striped little napkin holder thingy as my inspiration. And then when we went to the Goodwill, I found this beautiful gold platter for my second inspiration. So I love gold. My home, my house, my master bedroom back home, primary bedroom. We no longer call it the master.
Yeah.
Primary bedroom is gold. The accents are gold, and it goes between purple and orange.
Nice.
And for the outside, I said my dad is a retired auto bodyist, so we've been trying some different touch-ups, but I want to like get a crown put on the side. She's gonna get some eyelashes. She might get some eyebrows. I'm not sure. She might. She might.
Some eyelashes here and some eyebrows.
She might.
Up there.
Which I think. You guys let Tasha know what you think. All of the silvery chrome stuff is also going to be purple. So it's really exciting. My dad is 71. 71 in November, I think. So this has brought him a lot of joy. He has not been able to do a lot of stuff lately and everything like that. So this, having it here, being in Ford, being a model that he can fix, like he checks the oil, the brakes, everything, tries to teach me how to back it in and out. I can't. So it's really, really great because my dad and I get to have that bond. My brother's a master electrician, so he's about to
I'm excited to
do
see
this. It's going to be so great. And then by next spring, Tasha will be ready for a little road trip. And eventually we're going to do the Pan Am something, right?
The Pan American Highway. You're going to bring it?
Yeah.
You're going to bring it with me? And maybe, so where can we see, once it's all dazzled up and ready to roll, where can we see it, as far as like for other people to use? Airbnb, where do you want to park it? Like where
as far as my insurance goes, Airbnb, I have to have it on land. Let me tell you, I thought I was just going to be able to come here, pass some land, and call it a day. No wonder I sold my house. The prices have gone up. I have not been able to find a lick of land in my price range where I want it to be. I don't stay in one place.
Right.
Again, I don't even live in the country, so it was never my plan to like move in here permanently. I just wanted it to be like when I come here, I got it, and when I'm not here, it's out. Tennessee, I love Tennessee. Tejas, no problem with Tejas at all. She's from Oklahoma. We're thinking about taking it down there. There's no mountains.
Yeah.
But last time we did get caught in the snow. So thinking that Maryland, because we used to live there, and they've got beautiful mountain scenery. So as long as she holds up to Florida Mountain, which she will, that'll be good. Florida is like was totally a deal, not anymore.
Yeah, it's really hard to do anything in Florida with the current person who thinks they're running stuff.
Right. So I mean, basically, I want to be able to like put it out there and be like, hey, you're in Iowa, but you love purple and you want to rent it. Maybe I will take my week trip and drive it to Iowa. I don't know. It will make money.
Right. If you can get it road ready, reliable. So I didn't feel comfortable having it be rented as something that people could drive away with. Exactly. Because I was just keeping it going.
And I don't know, and like now that I've stayed at Wynwood, like I did not realize how many people freaking rent an RV for a weekend. So it's like even if it's here, like, okay, so it's cold now, camping season is over,
Yeah.
like, no. Tasha's already told me I'm not allowed to winter camp.
You don't want to.
In my
it's
mind,
very
I'm
uncomfortable.
trying in my mind, but I'm not going back to the Bahamas. So that's the thought. I mean, I just wanted, I have so many ideas. I just wanted to be able to make money, but I don't want to sell myself short and not also be able to get it. Like, I mean, again, runs. I can do everything. If I plug up the water, I can use the water. I can use
a bouncy
everything
house.
in it.
I mean, not a
it
bouncy house,
bounces.
but like a party
Yeah.
accessory thing
Yeah,
that you
like
can
you bring
rent.
it to the party, you know.
Yeah,
it's
park
like
there, and
or,
the kids can have a little.
dressing, like how they have their dressing trailer, different things. Like, so it's got a lot
So
of
many
ideas.
different potential.
I think I have a lot of potential.
Yeah.
But if my god kid has stayed in with me. My niece wants to stay in it so bad, but she goes to bed late and I go to bed early. My wife enjoyed it, which I would love to stay in it with her and take.
When you're here, to be able to use it.
Something. I mentioned I have 25 nieces and nephews and counting, so it's just like nice if they want to get away. My niece lives with her grandparents, my parents. So it's like if she wants to like come
get
in
away,
here, get away or whatever. Yeah, a little something, maybe
place,
not too much, but yeah. So getting a new
my
dorm.
nephew always it would be 90 plus degrees. Whoa. Okay, I'm inside the house where he's living. He want to be out here watching YouTube in the back room. I was like, go ahead, have a good time. I'm going inside where it's cool.
Exactly. So
because it's a cool place. They just like it because it's a cool place.
They do. But today my nieces and nephews told me they don't want to go back in until it's all done. boy, my 11-year-old. He's like, I'm not going in until it's all done. I'm like, okay, well, it'll be a while. So, I think it'll be a really, really good kid mobile. So, and it'll be really good for people who want to try out RV life. Yeah.
There's
the
going to be a lot of different people that are interested. And when I showed it off at the tiny house, that was the same thing you were saying. Oh, me and my daughter would love to come here, come and stay for a weekend, or I would love to just be able to just be in here. Like it's a nostalgic, happy just experience people want to have, and that's why I wanted to do it.
Recognizing it around Cincinnati, and I was staying at Winton Woods. A guy was like, "Oh, that's the one that be over in my neighborhood. I live over off Pippin." I was like, "Yeah."
They noticed you from your neighborhood.
Yeah, they noticed me from the neighborhood, and I just love it. I love driving down this. First of all, this thing drive like a fucking, I don't know what you call a smooth driving best car ever, but like I had to be reminding myself not to whip them corners. I'm like, I gotta put your stuff in here. I know. And nothing has been glued down, tucked down, tied down, nothing. So it's like I'm still like kind of living in that mode. But it's just everything has been great, and I cannot say enough how good God is, how good God has been universally to me and my family. I bought it. 6 days later, my niece died. I had a place to live. It was purple. Everything worked in it. I had the, funds to be able to do what I needed to do to stay at the campgrounds. You introduced me to Thousand Trails, which I loved for the first time. And then, but I'll still stay there.
They feel special.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Columbus one will be nice if you come back. Because we didn't get to go that one.
That's when we did a whole summer here, but we had things to do.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. We had shit we needed to do to get to our next point. So maybe next summer we'll get to maybe come back up because there's a national park I didn't know about with a waterfall I had no idea about. And then you were telling me something about Indianapolis something. And so it would just be nice to because we're both in the still trying to decorate, still trying to make sure we have this stage, still trying to make sure we have that. I want to have to re-up my funds again.
Me too.
All of those things. So it's been really nice because we didn't know each other and became instant friends and then family. And my mom loves you, my dad loves you. They love having the dogs here. Did I mention that?
The puppies!
The puppies are here. My puppies are still back home in the Bahamas. So the idea that I've been able to have them, Cardinal And she let me keep them without even knowing me. She let me keep them for like a week and a half. And it brings my my dad a lot of joy. He hopped right out of bed today faster than I've ever seen just to see the dogs. So that was really, really great. So everything has been really,
Yay! Wow. Thank you so much for sharing your story and taking the time with me and just blessing this whole experience with being able to pass the baton onto the new queen. It's such a delight to be able to know that the Purple Palace has gone into great hands and the next reigning queen will take it.
Yes, she will.
But I'm glad that you guys got to meet the new owner and make sure she's not all on the social media, but I will keep you up to date on what's going on.
I'm coming.
She's gonna come out when things are going, but I will keep you up to date with how things are going with the Purple Palace because I know you want to know. And so thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm out too.
Hey.
Now let's get lit.
I'm already lit.